But it's so fascinating. There's so many people suffering from Alzheimer's in the world, and it's illegal basically everywhere except for countries like Portugal that have decriminalized everything. But yet,
I mean, dementia is like the pandemic of the future, if I want to use that ugly word, pandemic. But to not allow our scientists to examine this properly. For example, in the pandemic, a lot of, during the pandemic, like regulations in regards to developing medicines, a vaccine especially, were lowered because we wanted, the government, the society wanted a vaccine quick. But so this is what has to happen with psychedelics now, because we are moving, like in 2050, I read the numbers, they're also in the book, like a lot of people will have dementia. Like we will all know someone, or we will have it ourselves, or like it's going to grow exponentially, or at least a lot. So I think our society should actually shift its focus towards preventing that. Because when I spoke to the Alzheimer expert, he said, yeah, of course this could be, you could prevent Alzheimer if you would know like how to stimulate the brain. And so far,
by 2050, 153 million people are expected to be living with dementia worldwide, up from 57 million in 2019 rather, largely due to population growth and population aging. Don't they believe that Alzheimer's has something to do with diet as well? Isn't that what they're calling type 3 diabetes?
Yeah, and I think it could be true. I mean, the reason for Alzheimer is, you have to see it separately from the cure, The reason, I think I've come actually to the conclusion that sugar is quite bad for you. And I was quite a sugar addict. I really was. Like I could not put down a bar of chocolate. I could not eat one piece. I just couldn't, because I love it so much. But then I just realized it's not good, and I stopped it, and it's actually possible to stop. I eat like now like a little bit, and it's actually no problem. So I think, well, there's a few reasons for dementia. One is also the so-called neuroinflammation of the brain, and that could be caused obviously by sugar, by imbalances in the sugar diet, I think, and the inflammation of the brain, and that is scientifically proven, is being decreased if you take psychedelics. So if you take psychedelics, every time you take psychedelics, your neuroinflammation goes down. So that is something that needs to be examined. Like maybe we should all take maybe once a week a low dosage of it, let's say LSD or psilocybin. Maybe we could prevent like 50% of dementia. I mean, I think it's quite plausible, and I think not to look into it is not very smart by a society, because the costs of dementia, I mean the human costs, my father suffers quite a bit. My mother, obviously she has the disease, she suffers, the family suffers. If someone in the family has Alzheimer, the whole family suffers. And of course our medical system is very expensive to treat dementia, like put them in homes, whatever. So I think we're making a big mistake by not examining this.
Absolutely.